Alrighty, everyone. Welcome to episode 54 of Journey to the Farlands. Here we are. Let's go right on in here. Oh, and today we might just surpass 24 gigabytes in size. That is quite the feat, indeed. Anywho, let's go right on in here. Let's just. Oh, I still might. Oh, no, we're not doing that. I need to turn off invert mouse. I'm not doing the invert mouse challenge. I feel like I might do that for like a special, but not today. I'm a bit tired. I'd have to have a quite momentous occasion to do that again. Or at least for a whole episode. I was doing it for a short bit. I guess it would be fine, but I be Reaper. Anywho, I am I'm back in the world. I've had a busy day actually. Been a busy day. I haven't had a day like this in a little while. Actually, I don't know. The last little while has been quite busy. Getting down to the wire with classes here, so I'm sure for the next, at least probably until summer, I will be off and on with content here. It won't be completely, I mean, I'll be consistent, but it won't be crazy levels of Farlandsing. So maybe with the new influx of viewers, it may be a bit more palatable. Who knows? I don't know what people's watching schedules are like, but I don't know. I just upload whenever I make these. I have a schedule. I think whenever, which is pretty much every day. So if I can, I have missed a few days, but that's just inevitable with things going on in life. Anyway, yeah, I've had a busy day with exam studying and all that jazz. So, I've been enjoying the fruits of labor. Did much now, 9:30 where I am here. That's or I mean streaming. Yeah, we're here. Any nothing. I've started keeping things. I know I was done adding to the spreadsheet for this world, just for like day-to-day stuff, the block goals at the end. I'm still doing that, still adding it to my notebook, still doing the YouTube descriptions, like the block progress. So if you want any clear vision of how much I walk in that episode, you can see. You can do the math yourself if you want to see how many blocks I walk. They're range like 1.5 to 1.6, or not. I mean that's pretty crazy, but you know what I mean. It's just like that, where it's a bit of a range of blocks. And I guess I could show today's starting point. I mean, I guess you can see in the description, but we're at 2.05 million blocks. And yeah, I'm just strutting my way along the terrains here. And I'm glad to see a lot of the amount of attention the series has been getting. I mean, my channel in general, and the series mostly, because the series makes my channel right now. But I'm quite delighted. Delighted. I don't know what other words I could use to describe it. It's quite nice actually. It's quite surreal. Even with the, even if there are people out there with huge subscriber counts, I think the fact that I do have like 40 subscribers, and I've been getting more regular comments going on now, so that's been great. I've even been getting some chatters in the streams sometimes, so it's definitely been quite the change from the past few months of my doing this and not having much at all to work with, because I'm not really aiming for the stars. I'm more just doing what I want to do, and I think that's been working well. And so I guess I should thank you guys for tuning in and all that jazz. It's quite nice. Quite nice for all the nice comments and all that. Wishing wishing me the best, and people subscribing and stuff. Great. Or following, I guess, here on Twitch. Subscribing on YouTube. So yeah. I don't expect the journey to slow down anytime soon, so you'll have plenty of content to digest. With my own kind of SMPs I host and play on every once in a while. Those are more check-ins. I play them quite a lot less now. Journey to the Farlands has definitely taken precedence for most of my gaming. Like I've done some other gaming, but you know, hasn't affected the channel because I don't really stream other games. I'm not too sure if any of you guys would actually want that. If you do, then let me know. If you want anything other than, you know, just this walking to the Farlands. If you want to see some other Minecraft series or something, you know, let me know some ideas or that kind of thing. If you want to see something like hardcore or, you know, modern Minecraft or even like modded beta here, whatever, and I'll see what I can do, because I've been kind of wanting to start a new series for a while. I mean, I don't know if I'd be able to, it'd probably be a bit more scheduled than Journey to the Farlands, because I can't stream every day for most things. This is just lucky enough because most of the time I want to try and dedicate time to this series here. So I'm trying to weigh things out. If we're to start a new series, then you guys can let me know if you'd want a series in the first place, and also what you might want. Completely new game. I think I already said that, but could be a new game, could be Minecraft, could be whatever. Anyway, that's kind of the current way about things. I'm going to the Farlands, so we got like 10 million to go. I've only live streamed 400,000 out of the 2 million here, so it's gonna be a lot of episodes. It's only been 53 episodes, and we already still have 10 mil to go. I estimated we'd probably be at about episode 105, maybe, I guess more, maybe more right now. 100 and there's, I don't know about an extra 50. Oh no, I said it was 100 episodes, so we'd be at like episode 150 right now if I had done it since the start, which would be crazy. Which is about right. It's been about 146 days of journeying so far, which is getting close to 5 months. In the coming week, we'll be reaching the 5-month goal, and then soon enough, the 6 months will be soon thereafter. Which is crazy that I'll have been doing it for half a year already. It felt like yesterday I was just starting this thing off. All ambitious about walking just 30,000 blocks. That was my hopes of walking. I had no idea the scale. I mean, I knew what the scale was like, but I think I definitely overestimated how much it would take. It still takes a lot, don't get me wrong, but I feel like I weighed things a bit odd when I initially thought about the journey. I also thought I would never get past, I thought it was going to be something I'd drop, but knowing me, having those kinds of thoughts, you know, it plants the seed of me wanting to continue this. And just the innate nature behind beta Minecraft and the charm of beta and the charm of the Farlands and the inspiration from the other people who've journeyed, the other Farlanders. I don't know if I'm gonna call you guys Farlanders like Kurt did, or if I'm gonna call you guys viewers. I don't know. I can come up with a name. You guys can, you know, people are commenting now. I've seen people watching more and more episodes actually like ways through, so we're still in the beginning here, so I'm sure if anyone's watching, just suggest things. I'm pretty early on in the channel development here, so if there's anything that's odd or anything that, yeah, I'm just looking for suggestions. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm aiming at here. I'm very open to suggestions. It doesn't mean that I'll implement every single one. I'm not too sure. Although I'll try my best. I'll see which ones interest me. If you make some good suggestions, then they may get integrated into the channel or series. But yeah, I've just been, and I guess until I modify things, I've been working with the same old recipe I've been using since the beginning of this channel, which was actually not too long ago. It's only been since July. July was the first time I uploaded, late July of last year. So yeah, it's still pretty fresh. We've just been getting moderate viewership since December. Pretty much before then, it was way more spotty. But like, as much as I don't like to focus on viewership and all that stuff, I think it's important to acknowledge it. I've said it before. I think it's important to acknowledge the masses. That's what this is all about, is you guys helping me. Sure, this is me, just recording this and streaming it and getting it over to YouTube and all that for you guys to watch. And for a lot of reasons, this is kind of a hobby / personal endeavor with the journey to the Farlands. But I think you guys can definitely play. Ooh, that's behind it. Alrighty. Power of suggestion. Actually, that's not what the power of suggestion is. Power of suggesting. There we go. Oh, I should. Shoot, I was in efficiency already. No, I'm a bit more efficient than I was in the previous episode. Get a good look here. Beds, and then we'll get on with the meat and potatoes. Yeah, I can hang on to those. I'm at that point where I've got so many boats and beds that I don't even have to worry about space issues with things. It'll take a lot of stuff for my inventory to get full. I usually craft at night, but I did forget about that. Anywho, let's see here. Some sheep shearing. Some of the things I need to do, like the sheep and all that jazz. I might craft some torches. Now we get back on the road. And I think I don't know. I guess I can't speak for everyone watching, but I've gotten a few people, or at least one person. I gather that most people are fine with the bases, the outposts being every 1,000,000 or 2 blocks. I basically just do them whenever I run out of, what's the word? Where I guess run out of diamonds, and then I kind of want to get diamonds back. I can usually put up with iron for a while, but you go through it pretty quickly, even though it is renewable. I just think it's pretty good, fair opinion. Pretty fair opinion to have. Diamond it's hard to beat, especially in beta. Because in modern Minecraft, there's the argument of netherite beating diamond, because netherite's got some durability boosts, and it's you can't burn it in lava or fire. So it's pretty good. But can't beat diamond in beta. Can't beat it. Can't be beat. Alrighty. At our friendly neighborhood coal deposit here that we need to chip away at before I get too deep into conversation. Yeah, I definitely, I guess going back to the earlier thing I was talking about, I think it's definitely very important to listen to you guys and to acknowledge the attention I get, because I mean, I think it's good. I think it's good stuff. Am I gonna go? I should go through comments actually. I was just thinking to myself. Usually when I say stuff like that, it usually is. I got some Q&A questions. Maybe I won't answer them in the comments, or maybe I will. I haven't decided yet. Maybe I'll do it both, or answer it for them and I do it in the video as well. Maybe some common questions. I guess is a good transition into like a Q&A or something. I don't know if I have too many questions for today. I've gotten so many comments, like a lot of comments lately, which is quite nice, quite remarkable. Let's see here. Most people commenting just are like complimenting me, which is quite nice. Most people are like, this needs more attention, and people noting the small YouTuber here, being excited about that. Excited to see the journey. I got a good question here though, because most of the comments so far have just been, not just been, they've been quite nice little comments, but I do like the odd question. It gives me to talk about. I mean, I also talk about the compliment ones. Keep complimenting. That's what I'm trying to say. Helps feed one's ego a little bit. But I got a few questions out of these. Actually, is that the only question? Right. Let's see. What do I record on? It's a good good question. It was asked by Apple Pie Jr. What do I record on is definitely a good question. I record on, or I stream live from Twitch Studio. I know there's OBS and stuff, but Twitch Studio just seemed like the option, or the one option for me to use. I know you can go live on YouTube as well, but I don't know, something with Twitch, I seem to understand it a bit better. So I was just like, we're gonna do Twitch, and maybe in the future, if I ever switch to YouTube, go complete YouTube route. And I don't know, I don't really see the point in that right now. Like initially, I used to just stream on Twitch and highlight to Twitch, and I was like, I can't do a YouTube channel because I can't upload these long videos to YouTube. I was under the impression that you couldn't upload long videos to YouTube without being at like a certain point or whatever. You can only upload to like 15 minutes, which technically is true, but you just need to do two-factor authentication. So I did that, and I started up the YouTube channel. When was that? It was whenever I started the channel. Whenever I first uploaded, it was later than I actually first started, because I was initially on Twitch for a while. So yeah, I started the channel, started uploading to there. There were some that soon remained. I didn't edit any of the videos. That was at least remained for a while. But then eventually I kind of warmed up to the idea of editing a little bit. Editing, like the breaks and starting soon and stuff. Editing that out at my pace. So if you watch episodes soon after their release, you may get to see the starting soon and the breaks not edited out. Because I just like to get the content straight to you guys, and I edit it later. But I'm sure when I get more people watching, which may be sooner than I think, when I do get more people kind of watching my content, I'll definitely edit them first and then upload them. But I've just been, quite wanting to upload it right away, so you guys can just consume it right away. Although that is subject to change. And then I got tired of highlighting on Twitch, so that's why there's people watching on Twitch. I don't put my videos here. They get migrated over to YouTube, just so everything's in one place, and I get some good analytics. Gotta love the analytics. I think every creator loves those. Even someone like me who's not super crazy on algorithms and all that. I'm not crazy on trying to spin things into your favor, right? But hitting like algorithm wise. I just upload what I want to make, and I think, you know, since it's starting to get more attention, I'm sure it's gonna find its crowd, and we're gonna get a nice little uh, slice of the pie, slice of the old Minecraft community pie. Slice of Minecraft. And yeah, that's kind of the gist of things. So yes, I mainly have been streaming on Twitch, and then it just goes right straight to YouTube. To put it simply, without all the meat and potatoes in between. But that was the meat and potatoes. This is kind of the filler, the fluff in between my whole discussion. But that's why I like you guys to ask these questions, because it gets me talking. Even if it, wow, I was just looking at the. Speaking of the devil, I was looking at the analytics, and I was seeing that the Journey to the Farlands, the episode where I leave the Outpost 1 has reached 200 views, and the Outpost 1 video is now at 400 views, which is quite crazy. It's been a time of change already. There's been a lot going on. We've been averaging more views per episode now. There's more comments. There's like likes and comments on videos now, which I think is quite nice. And I've already gotten a few suggestions. Well, I mean, some light suggestions and most compliments, and then, like I've said. So keep the suggestions coming. Keep the compliments coming. The tips, I don't know about tips, but the suggestions for sure. Hey, Vac. How's it going? No, I'm not doing, not up to too much. Just the average Farland thing. The run-of-the-mill stuff going on. I'm saying on another day, I've got to get myself situated here. Placement achieved. And in the loop yet again. For the macro statistics, I don't remember what day we're on. I have to see the day count, which I can't. It's just kind of makes sense for be aware of the day count. I'm an adventurer. I'm not too bothered by keeping track of time. I threw my clock out. Outpost 1. No longer have any concept of time other than the sun's rotations here, which dictate my travel, and also are used as a natural compass. The sun sets this direction, which I'm kind of going to the left of the sunset. So, works well. I'm sure people are asking why I'm going to the corner of the Farlands instead of just the regular ones. But to that I say, there's not really much of a method to the madness here. It's mostly just kind of you wanting to see two sets of Farlands collide with each other. Also check out the corner Farlands, which is a different phenomena. I think it'd be cool to have a base at the corner of the world. I think that just sounds cool. I mean, the base at the end of the world. I mean, it's also the end of the world, so it's both. So it's quite good indeed. Alrighty. But yeah, I'm I'm excited to have a base at the corner of Oblivion. Maybe that might even be what I call the base. Although I feel like I might just call the area that, and then call the base something else. Cause don't quote me on this. I've had this idea since the beginning of the world, so it may very well be what I do. But in case I change my mind, don't quote me on this. But my base at the Farlands, I plan to be like kind of an inn kind of thing. Even though no one's really gonna be visiting me at the Farlands, I thought it'd be fun to do an inn kind of thing. Cause I can make like the Farland Inn or something, and just have like a big old house. It just gives me an excuse to build a larger base. Cause if I built a larger base, it's kind of hard to fill it up with stuff. So I'm just like, make it a hotel, make it a nice, lovely inn, with the view of the Farlands. Like, you know, I look out my bedroom window and I see the Farlands, which just sounds phenomenal. Phenomenal. I guess anyone actually wondering what the Farlands, because I've had people tag along that don't necessarily know what the Farlands are. I might have a picture. I might pause the journey for a minute just to show you, to show some people the Farlands. I'm not too sure. Just who doesn't know. Let's see. Pictures, yes. Or maybe it's under my thumbnails folder here. I have a picture of the Farlands that I'm willing to show. I do have a world that has them, but it's also nighttime in that world. And I don't have a bed in that world. I mean, I could craft one, but it's just nighttime, and I don't have the single pair of commands or anything. I used it to get out there, but that was just to prove that the Farlands existed a long time ago, and I just used it to show people the Farlands. But since it's nighttime, I decided I should probably just show my picture I took. Oh, where was it? Probably in my. Oh, it's in here. Oh, I gotta find it now. Hang on. Let me see if I can get a bigger view here. Oh, no. Extra large. Oh, yeah. Okay, it's not too long ago, so it shouldn't take me a whole long time to find it. I just wanted to. Where was it? Oh, maybe it was. This is already the beginning of the world. Hang on, I gotta scroll. Do some scrolling. Well, that's Outpost 1. Quite nice. Quite nice. That was so recent. So recent. Oh, look at that. Oh, there's that random door that's just chilling somewhere in the world. Classic. I'll just Google it. Might just Google it if I can't find it. I thought I had one. My computer background's also the Farlands. I just wanted to show something that was like a bit more easy to look at. Not easy to look at, but like easier to see. Oh, there it is. I found it. Ooh. You know what? Maybe I'll show the other one. Okay, I got it here. It's bad quality. You're gonna have to forgive me for this. But it's gonna show photos. Does it work? Yeah, that's the Farlands. Now just imagine those beating together. Let's see. I might see if I can find it, the actual corner Farlands photo. That's Origins. There we go. Did not take too long at all. This is my computer background. This is the corner Farlands. So it looks really cool when you look at it. I think this is an actual picture of the Farlands, maybe. It looks like it might be modern Minecraft based off the textures, but it's gonna look like this anyway. But you can see the collision between the two, and in the middle there's like a huge the corner Farlands thing. I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but that is one of the things, what I'm after. That's the end goal. So yeah, I'm gonna go right back here, just so we don't dawdle on too much longer, because I don't know how long this episode's gonna be. Let's see here. Journey to Farlands. Back to the main show here. Oh, I gotta switch back here. Hi, sorry about that. I returned. I went for a quick break. Quick break, yeah. Anyway, I don't remember what I was talking about. I was thinking that actually, what was I thinking about? Not too much, actually. I think I left off talking about maybe the viewership. Maybe, I don't remember. That was a while ago, but anywho, probably about time I start talking about something new. Anyway, uh, yeah, things are going well though. Like I said, I'm quite happy with the way things have been going. Once again, thank you guys for all the kind of attention and uh, positivity and all that towards this. I don't know if I really thought that this. I don't think I really thought that this would have gotten as much attention as it has already. But I'm happy. I wouldn't take it back. I think it's been good. Definitely been quite the time. But we're basically just gonna chill here. Come tag along as I wander the many landscapes of beta 1.7.3 of this particular world here, as we surpass many milestones, I'm sure, or to be sure. I think most of the milestones I've surpassed are already behind me. Like it's kind of exponential almost. Is that mine are kind of they're kind of growing bigger. Like they're quite big. My next one is 2.5 million, which is just 450. Well, not even 450. It's now like 440,000 blocks away. Which I know it's like another 50 episodes. That'll be a while. Unless even with the 7-hour episodes, it seems that I still lag behind a little bit. Making sure my mic's all good. Yeah, I think we're good. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, we are quite far from the next milestone, even though it's only 400,000 blocks. That's also the same length we've walked. Even accounting for the really good streams. Like the 8-hour stream, the multiple 7-6-hour streams. And then then the majority of 1 to 3 hour streams that I do. Yeah, that is kind of the run of things. I figure I talk about some new things to keep the. I don't know if there's actually any old viewers anyway, but spawner. But while I chip away at this spawner here, I'm gonna talk about what I've been watching because I always like to talk about that. I don't know if you guys actually enjoy hearing about what I like to watch, but I give you my opinions nonetheless. Ooh, there's a saddle. That's good. That's good. We can get our achievement out of the way. Is there any more chests in possession in this lovely spawner here? No, there is not. All right. Well, we got a saddle now. But yeah, what have I been watching? Hey, what have I been watching? Well, I guess you guys don't really know what I'm into for mobile games because I do like to play the odd mobile game. And what has kind of come back as a resurgence was kind of if any of you have heard of My Singing Monsters, I've been playing that a lot in my spare time. Like that kind of time where I'm just sitting there burning time, so I'm just like, I could just boot up this game. And I've been watching Matt Shea play that. I think that's been quite enjoyable. Because I feel a little bit nostalgic for it because I first started playing in 2013. So that was also around the same era that I got introduced to Minecraft and Terraria and all that jazz. Within the same few year span there. So that's also another game that I have a bit of nostalgia towards that I've been kind of going back to now that it's kind of been updated a lot more. It's a lot. It's quite a bit different. There's a lot more stuff in the game now, and so I've been chipping away at that. But what else? What else? I've been not too many other mobile games. I usually just go around what I am most interested in. I've been playing MSM as the abbreviation or whatever, or acronym. I don't remember what you call it, but like the shortened version of the name. I've been playing that for like about a month now, and I've also been continuing to watch Doctor Who. I've been updating you guys on my pursuits of watching that show, just for the fun of it. Not really any reason behind it. I just try and find things to talk about. I figure that's better than the no commentary, to just hear me talk about the shows I watch and the things I get up to. So yeah, I've been watching that, and as you guys know, if you've been watching the last few episodes, I've been saying that I've been watching lost episodes of Doctor Who, and you'd probably be wondering, how would you be able to watch a lost episode? Well, reconstructions using they use things like they use what they called they're what is it? There's pictures of like televisions, or like pictures like set pictures. I don't remember what they're actually called. There was like a term for it. Telesnaps. That's what it is. And if anyone's wondering, this is old Doctor Who. This is like 60 years old Doctor Who. This isn't the new stuff. When I initially started watching it, I started with the Ninth Doctor in like 2005 when the show got resurrected from the 90s, or like from when it kind of ended off in the 90s and late 80s. And so I wanted to fill in the gaps, because I've heard people, say that the beginning of the show is a lot different. The FX aren't as good. It's not quite the same as modern Doctor Who, or New Who, I guess as they call it. But I want to go back and watch the beginning stuff first, because I kind of like old stuff anyway. And I've been enjoying it, watching a 60s sci-fi show. I've watched almost the first 3 seasons. I'm like midway through season 3 now. And season 3 through 6 of the show are notorious for having lost episodes. I mean, even seasons 1 through 6, basically, all those seasons have lost episodes, at least somewhere in them. So yeah, I watch reconstructions. I watched them on like I watched them. What is it? The loose cannon ones. So if anyone, I don't know if anyone actually is looking to watch it, but the show is on BritBox. That's like on Prime Video. It's one of Prime Video's channels, and it's also on, or I guess if you live in the United Kingdom, it's just on the BBC thing or whatever, their service. But it's also, I've been watching the lost episodes. Since the lost episodes aren't on the regular streaming service, I've been watching them on what was it? It was one of the streaming platforms. It was other than YouTube. I found a bunch on YouTube, but I realized that there's this other streaming or the streaming platform that has way more, and I can just watch it, because I am paying for BritBox, because I wanted to watch the old stuff first, because there's like the odd 26 seasons, and then there's 13 seasons of the modern show. So I'm 3 seasons of the way through, and so I've been kind of watching reconstructions. Currently on the Daleks Master Plan, which is an infamous serial. Well, not infamous, but it was a serial that's missing 9 of its episodes. So they've been reconstructed. And it's actually pretty good, because there's still audio for pretty much all the missing episodes so far. I don't know about the second Doctor's episodes just yet. I haven't quite made sure that there's actual reconstructions for each of those, but I'm sure there might be. If it's possible, I'm sure there is. And then of course there's animations as well, and surviving clips. And the surviving clips were also fit in with the reconstruction for the most part. And what else about the stuff I was talking about? The animations, which I haven't watched any of them personally. I think I've watched. No, actually that's a lie. I watched 2 of the ones for the Reign of Terror. I watched 2 of the episodes that were animated, because they were lost and they had the audio, so they just animated. It was pretty cool. There's probably loose cannon reconstructions of those too. I think there's loose cannon of everything up to the point where I am at right now. And I'm sure up to a certain degree, the rest of the stuff. So I've been enjoying the first Doctor quite a bit. I think his character is quite good. William Hartnell's first Doctor. I'm excited to see what the other Doctors are like because I only really know Hartnell's first Doctor and I guess Eccleston's ninth Doctor a little bit. Dip my toes in that kind of thing. Even though the ninth Doctor is only around for a season, but I hear the ninth Doctor is really good, which I do agree with from what I've seen. But I do think Hartnell is also, like, the first Doctor is also really good. Although I hear a lot of good stuff about the second and fourth, or second through fourth. Pretty much a lot of them are good. You don't hear too much bad stuff. I think there's a few Doctors that are a bit more, I guess love them or hate them kind of thing. So I guess I'll see about some of the more controversial ones. But I quite like the show. I like the character of the Doctor right now, being the kind of quick-witted old man who's also quick to be offended and stuff, or quick to argue. I guess he's a bit more. He warms up a little bit by the end, but he's still kind of that old man kind of thing. The whole personality of being like around for so long and being wise and not taking others' ignorance and all that. Yeah. Anyway, I guess I'll see with what happens there. I was actually quite surprised to watch the missing content because otherwise I would have just had to go straight to like even further than mid-season, like a long way into the season, like the arc, which is like a third into the season or a third, but it's halfway. I guess I'm right around that point. I still have the massacre of St. Bartholomew's Eve, and then I have the arc, which is or it does exist, or it's a surviving story, so I can watch that in full. And the remainder of the season's pretty good, minus 2 serials. And then the rest of it is a bit spotty. That's kind of when the second Doctor or the first Doctor regenerates, and it's a bit more spotty as to what's missing and what's there. But with the third Doctor, everything's good and everything's all good and well, thanks to findings of episodes and stuff. It's all there. So first through second Doctor is just a little. You just have to work your way through it. I don't know if it sacrifices too much of the quality. It might a little bit, but I think I'm not used to by now. I'm quite okay with it. Rather than just not watching that stuff, I think it's a great alternative than just only watching the stuff that's complete, which takes away from the complete story a little bit. Anywho, I figure I should talk about something else for people who don't really know Doctor Who all that much. I mean, I guess if you don't know what it is, because I'm sure there are many of you who don't, it's a sci-fi show that's been running since the 60s. It took a bit of a break for an odd decade or two. Almost 20 years it took a break. But it's a sci-fi show with some kind of Time Lord. It's like an alien guy, alien doctor. Well, it's not necessarily a guy or a girl. It's just whatever. Because Time Lords regenerate into many forms. They're just humanoid things. And the Doctor has a series of companions that evolve with their own character arcs, and then just new ones come in as old ones go, that kind of thing. So that's kind of the gist of the show. I won't rattle on too much more about Doctor Who. I mean, maybe some of you guys are interested in hearing about that, but I figure I should keep a bit of a variety going here, rather than just talking about purely, tunnel visioning the things I want to talk about. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of things. If we run into a pig in this world here, I'm gonna do the achievement here. This one, when pigs fly. I made the marginal error multiple times. The first time I attempted it, I tried doing a waterfall off a cliff while riding a pig, and the pig escaped, or died. Probably escaped because it was a water chute, and I left a hole for it to escape. And I was like, oh crap, that pig had a saddle on it. Because I put the saddle on it before, and I was like, okay, we're not going to put the saddle on it before. And I was like, I need to go back to the drawing board. And so I did. And the second time, or I guess a bunch of the times, because it was not just like first, second, third, there was like a bunch I've tried. It's been a whole arc going on. It's been going for a while. But the next time I was like, okay, I've learned my tricks. I've learned some things. I went back to the drawing board and I came up with the idea of putting the pig in the hole after I saw a video, Achievement Hunters actually, coincidentally enough. Achievement Hunters, which is an old channel, quite a fairly old channel that's been uploading for a while. They used, I don't know if they still do. I guess they still do, but they upload Minecraft content. And back then they did old Xbox stuff. And the very achievement I was looking for happened to be there. And what they did was they dug a hole for the pig, like a 2 deep hole, put the pig in there, and then they dug a deep hole and punched the pig off the cliff into the hole, which was genius. Well, not cliff, I guess, but it was like the edge. And it took damage and it worked. So I was like, okay, genius. I just have to do that. Simple enough. No tricks involved. and I had done that, and the pig took damage. I tried doing it twice. It died the second time. But I was like, oh, what happened? I did it the exact way in the video. And then I read a bit deeper into what the achievement actually required. And it required it to be 5 blocks or more. I dug the hole 4 blocks. I dug it 1 short. It might even, yeah, I think it was 5 blocks, 5 or more, I think it said. So this pig is going to be falling down like a 6-block hole if I can get it to. I don't remember how much hearts they have though. I might kill it, although I don't know if I'll get the achievement still. It's worth a shot. I've done it so many times. Doing it another time is not really going to be much of a, no harm, no foul sort of thing. But yeah. Now we're on the hunt for a pig now. That almost looks like the Farlands. Look at that. That's like the I don't even. I was trying to come up with a witty name for something like the not so Farlands. They're phony Farlands is what they are. Phony Farlands. They actually look like the shape though. I guess I just showed you guys earlier in the episode what the Farlands look like, and that is pretty on point. Like a little section of them anyway. Well, it's journey's over, guys. We found the Farlands. We found the phony Farlands. The Phonylands. That's good. That's good stuff. I might write that down for the episode title. I think that's quite witty of me. Quite witty. Oh, where's my damn sticky notes? Gah! Oh, goodness. Gotta pull them out here. Pull them out of the good old sticky note holders. And I'll set the thumbnail to that very screenshot. Righty. Let's press on here. Anywho, I probably won't stream a whole lot longer because it's getting a little bit late here. I think I've talked enough for one episode, or not enough. I'll still talk a little bit more, but I've basically covered all the points I want to cover, and we're just gonna try and bridge this to the end. Will this be the last day? It might, because it takes a while for me to finalize things. Because I got to do the YouTube upload, and I got to update all my statuses and the notebook and all that stuff. I think in the first or one of the earlier episodes, I actually walked you guys through what I do. at the end of an episode. But in case you guys want to know, those of you at the end here, well, I think this will be the last day. So I guess I'll just take this day to explain what I do at the end of every episode. I kind of told you briefly earlier, but basically what I do is first thing, I end stream. I do my outro, I end stream. And then I go on over to Twitch, the website, and I edit it, or edit the video. Well, I don't edit it right away, but I edit like the title and the description and stuff. I copy paste mine, I edit it based on the video itself. And the name I change depending on, like, you know, I usually update the title, you know, beforehand. Like, you know, I do like episode 53, 54, you know, I change that every time before I stream. But if I don't have an episode name right away, then I name it right after the episode, which it tends to be. And then I export it over to YouTube after I update everything. And then while that's doing stuff, if I can edit it in the same night, if it's like a weekend and I'm ending a little bit earlier or something, or if I'm just doing it earlier in general, then sometimes I am able to edit it in the same day. But for the most part, it remains unedited until probably the next afternoon. So those of you watching in the first almost 24 hours, it'll probably remain unedited, which I'm sure people are fine with, knowing this is a VODs channel on YouTube. Streaming channel and all that, so I'm sure people just skip past it. But what else do I do? Yeah, I guess going past that, right after ending the episode, I update the description with the chords, and I usually pick the biggest of the two because I don't want to bother doing both chords. That'd be too long. Not that it really is too big of a bother, but I figure you guys don't really need to see one of the chords anyway. I mean, at the end, most of the episodes end with me showing the chords, unless I just forget to. But we're about here at 2,062,000, so the description will be like that, depending on how far we get in the last 5 minutes here. And what else? Well, I update my notebook, and that's pretty much the same as the YouTube, and same thing with the Excel spreadsheet. Is much like the notebook, except the spreadsheet actually adds towards my graph I have. I have a graph that's shown where I've been since spawn, or I get my traveling pace. And I have a progress app, which does basically the same as Excel, except that actually keeps track of both chords. I know I don't really need to do all this. Was that another spawner already? Holy, that is another spawner. And it's a skelly spawner, I believe. Oh yeah, oh goodness, a little jump scare there. Okay, burn. Come on. Go. Come here. Are you dumb skelly? Come on. Ooh, come on. Stuck on the spawner. I don't have a bow. It's a good excuse to get a bow. I never use them though. I had one at spawn. Never used it. Alright, maybe we'll just go right on in. Calm down. Ooh, that was nice. Could use that. We'll take the these just here. Oh, I threw my bow in self-defense. Oh, I could have a bow and arrow now, couldn't I? I don't know. Maybe those of you at the end here, maybe if you guys want me to have a bow or not, you can let me know, but I will probably stick to, wait, screenshot. I don't screenshot them enough. I should, then I can keep track of them, but alas, this is no perfect world. I make mistakes. Oh, right, compass. I did not have my compass on me. That was, how long was it? Was that the whole episode? Oh my goodness. I could have been walking the wrong way the whole episode. And you guys would have just been yelling at me. Actually, those of you keen viewers who know the sun's like, you know, if I'm like going, usually it's this way, like the opposite. But Any hoozles. Oh, gonna wrap up the episode soon. Anything else I do? Discord status. I forgot about that. Discord status is like everything else. I don't need to update nearly as many things as I do. I even a few episodes or many episodes ago, I was like, I finally stopped doing the Excel. I stopped doing the progress app, and I stopped doing the Discord, and now I'm just doing it all again, just for the hell of it. So, my yeah, my fault for all the sleepless nights for myself. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, but that little bit extra work, I mean, it's not really that big a deal. I already do so much. I do so much. Holding down the W button, maybe a little bit of A and D, hardly any S. Not the console, not to be confused with the console. And I press the space bar, maybe shift. Actually, shift happens quite often because I do it every night, usually. Actually, do I? Maybe. I do it in the inventory. How about that? Do a lot of clicking. Not as much clicking as I do holding down W. I don't think there's been many points in this world that I haven't held down W, other than the outposts, of course. But most walking. I've been stationary for such a small period of time in this world. I know outposts contribute to that, but the amount of time I've spent walking, like, come on here, come on. Come on now. Oh, I'm quite tired. It's a good time to end anyway. It's 11 o'clock here for me. Look, I know time zones exist. I know it's a different time whenever you guys are watching. I'm just saying, it's late here. I'm tired. I don't know if you guys are tired in your relative time zone. Okay, you let me know on that. Give me a bit of a tiredness quotient. Oh, that reminds me of something I used to do in this world called jitteriness quotient, where I used to kind of gauge the jitters, which used to be something that occurred. I've shown it off a few times, but I got rid of them. I basically, that's why it's nice and clean. I know some of you may be like, cheater, for getting rid of the jitters, but I think, I think it's for your sake. I think it's a good idea. You'll thank me. You'll thank me. I just thought it'd be nice, since I can get rid of them, I probably should. If it's available, this version has the jitters. I do another journey, not promising, because I feel like that if I do it right now, it might take away from this journey. Although, I mean, if people really want another journey, then I may make some altercations to that statement there. But yeah, I may showcase the jitters in another journey if I were to do something like that, or if I were to fill in the 1.5 million blocks that aren't really recorded. Oh, I only go to bed when I start episodes. I don't ask. It's how, but don't ask. I just do things. I just do things around here. I don't know. My logic is quite interesting. Anyhow, I think that is a good point to end the episode. And yeah, once more, so much for all the comments, all the options on YouTube, the follows here on Twitch, and all the kind of compliments and all kind words. I do appreciate it. Thank you guys. I don't like to get sappy about things, but I think it's good to acknowledge something like that, especially considering things are changing. Things are changing on this channel. I can already sense it and see it with my own eyes. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching.